Hi, Mummer Fanatics. This is Mikey Cap, and welcome to Mikey Cap's Fancy Facts. And today we're going to be talking to Mickey Adams. Mickey first became captain of the Shooting Stars Fancy Brigade back in 1991 with the theme Flying Down to Rio.
I guess the biggest thing, Mike, that we pulled off with that was the airplane in the front. That was the idea of that was the plane arriving in Rio de Janeiro, and we had all the pilots across the wings. Eddie Farmer actually came up with the idea of using the propellers. We got giant fans that were used as the propellers and all like that, and had the aviators across the front. And then as we arrived, the walls all spun around, and that's when the dancers all entered from underneath the airplane. That was my first year. I was just starting to get my feet wet. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. The 3 years after that, we ended up in 92, 93, and 94, banging first prizes. So that was our little bit of education to get involved and see how everything went. Wasn't thrilled with the way that it came out, but we ended up getting fourth prize, which was fine. And from there, we kind of took off right from there.
His 20 years as captain included 9 first prize finishes.
Yeah, in 2003, when we took out the Scottish theme, it turned out to be my favorite theme of my whole tenure in the club, not even just as captain.
All right.
We had over 100 guys in costume. Everybody basically wore a suit that year. The parade got canceled that year, and
I know that.
Yeah, we got canceled, and we went up and still performed, but they held the prizes till the following. The rule at that time was they wouldn't release it until you actually marched. That everybody's sitting on pins and needles waiting for the results. And I went into the house a few minutes before the tape was done of the show, and was waiting for the phone call. Had to throw up a couple times, of course, from the nerves and all. But eventually what happened was the phone call never came through, and I was going, something's wrong, this ain't good. And then the next thing I know, my wife had a lot of her friends upstairs. All the rest of the guys were in the club. I live right behind the club. I could walk out the back of the club and walk into my house. So it's a 10-second trot right back in. So I was waiting in there, and I got a knock on the door, and my wife said, "There's somebody here to see you." And I went, "Not now, I can't be talking to nobody." She said, "No, I think you're going to want to see this guy." And Tommy Cloney, who was president of the association, the Brigade Association, came walking down the steps. And my first thought was, what's the matter? Something's wrong. What's up, Tom? And he said, "I just wanted to come over and tell you in person." He said that you've got first and first. So you can imagine how that went. And then came back in the club, announced it, and that's one of the biggest videos that are out there when the club goes wild, when I make the announcement that we got first and first.
We all talked about what this year was all about, right? Quiet. We wanted to bring everybody together. We wanted to go out and have a good time. And we weren't going to worry about what they said about us, all right? You never hang your head down. We always hang our head high. We did everything right. We did the berets, we did the sweaters, we did everything. We went out with class, all right? And next Saturday, you're going to be the same way. You're going to be with class, with your sweaters and your berets, because we got one.
We are 12 clubs and 1 family. Stay tuned, everybody, and peace out. This episode is brought to you by Sports Outlet.